The lightweight was produced in the 60s and 70s. It's a military vehicle. It could be broken down and transported by helicopter or plane, generally slung under the belly of a helicopter. I guess when Land Rover ceased production, I figured the best way to celebrate the end of Defender was in fact to recreate some of the most important vehicles that Land Rover had created through the life journey of what became Defender. Lightweight was a vehicle that I felt was very special. It really had an important place in Land Rover's history. So I wanted to recreate that using a new delivery mileage vehicle. So this is the first one to come out of the workshop here. It's a concept we came up with about 18 months ago. It's taken a long time to get to this stage. There are lots of little nods, I'll call them, little Defenderisms that make this what I believe to be a suitable homage to what was the original lightweight. The double bumper. The old lightweight had a galvanised double bumper. This is in fact aluminium. It's made locally. We spent hours debating over this gap here, and in fact debating the profile of this second section of bumper. We almost came to loggerheads over the actual height of that secondary element. I'm pleased to say I won the argument, and this is the finished product. I'm really happy with it. It's got the stage one front end, the grille, the horn covers, the vents that we fit on most of our vehicles now, and stage one because they were inspired by the original stage one V8. The stripe is something that started with our Series 2, which is another model in this same range. This has got the hip stripe, which is in satin black. In some lights you don't notice it. I think it works really well. Fold down windscreen, the bobbins on the bonnet there to accept that windscreen, and somewhere to strap it. The doors are a remake of the original Series door. And anybody that's had a Series Land Rover will know that when you shut them, they don't sound like that. The guys have spent hours adding structure, adding material to ensure that they shut like a proper door, but we've still got this sliding door top, the glass, and a removable door top. In fact, you can 2 bolts, you can undo it, take it off, and you combine that with a fold down windscreen, you've got a flat top vehicle, your head stuck up above everything. It really does reminisce of the old vehicle. We opted inside to in fact not have any carpet at all. It's designed to be washed down, brush out, super practical. But the elements that you touch, the little things that you get hold of, the things that you sit on, have had a little bit of twisted treatment. The coating we use, you can throw acid at it, you can throw rocks at it, you'll not break it. It'll stand the test of time, and that goes right through the inside of the vehicle. The steering wheel is much more traditional. These run the standard 2.2 Ford Puma engine that comes in the Defender from 2012 to 16, but we've reworked them, so they're running about 170 horsepower or so. The seat, looking through the window here, the seat is something we spent a lot of time on. It's our version of the original deluxe series seat. So it's 3 individual seats, a centre seat with a 3-point belt. They're only 3/4 height, so very traditional in look, incredibly comfortable. We've got a really great depth of squab on the seat. Audio is upgraded and altered, but a very traditional looking audio system. All the dash is coloured in a material that we call soft touch, along with the front of the audio. But that audio, you wouldn't believe, actually houses navigation. So it's a great system. The lightweight was a really usable, practical, utility, well, military vehicle. So tyre, I had to go with a deep profile mud terrain and a smaller rim. We traditionally fit an 18-inch rim. This is on our 16-inch sport wheel, again with our same coating that we have on the interior, and the BF Goodrich mud terrain, and it's an oversized profile, so a really usable off-road tyre. It is running our progressive suspension, so it's super comfortable, handles really, really well on the road, but won't let you down off-road. We spent hundreds of hours on the suspension system back in 2013, and what we developed is a system which allows the vehicle to be driven, for it to be predictable, for it to handle very, very well, but it sits at standard height, it still tows a trailer. We've got rid of almost all, I'll say, of the understeer, and they don't snap into oversteer suddenly like the standard vehicle does. It's a much more progressive system. The three elements, the anti-roll bar, the spring and the damper, were, I'll say, programmed. They're obviously an inanimate object, but they were honed to work together. They're not just proprietary components off the shelf, so it's a really great drive. Clearly the mud terrain tyre alters that a little, but it's still a vehicle that anyone could jump in. Full stainless exhaust system. The sills have got the same coating. Anybody that's owned a Defender will know the sill where we inadvertently catch our feet every time we get in and out wears away, and you end up with bare alloy. This coating will not wear off. Soft top, a lot of time with the soft top to get it nice and tight. It's got some different channels and brackets to ensure that it's not flapping in the wind as bad as a normal Land Rover soft top would. And that's probably the thing about the lightweight back in the day that made it arguably hard work to drive regularly, was the fact that the soft tops never fitted properly. Lots of other little touches. This one is based on a hard top, i.e. a 90 van, therefore it doesn't have any rear seating. So what we've done with this one is mounted the spare wheel in the back, which gives you a great profile at the rear. It's slab back, as it were. There's no spare wheel protruding, but it's mounted on the near side in the rear. Bulkhead's been reduced to give you a bit more legroom. Same coating through the back. Prepared for towing. Our sockets mounted high level, which we always have done. Back to the days when we used to do a lot of off-roading, the electric socket was the thing that always got ripped off first, so we always mount it up in the cross member. Stainless fixings for the tailgate, just to make sure they don't rust. They're normally zinc coated and they tend to rust fairly soon. The lighting on the rear is original. Yeah, I think we've nailed it. It's a long time coming. It's taken a while, but I genuinely believe we've nailed it. It's beautiful.